What's going on, beautiful people? It is I, your flying locomotive, and faster than a speeding bullet SuperCliff, coming at you live with a brand new video. And for today's majestic and fantastic video, we are continuing with the Dawn of DC with Action Comics issue number 1054. But before we continue forward with the action and everything that is Superman related, if you are new to the channel, then smash that like and subscribe button. That way you guys never miss out on anything that happens on this majestic channel. So what are you waiting for? Let's raise the bar and go full on Super Saiyan. Hit that subscribe button. Thus, without further ado, let's save today, folks. Let's save the DC Universe with Action Comics issue number 1054. Our story begins with a blast. No, literally, folks. There's some fire happening here because, check it, John Kent and Ursula Ra fly over to a Blue Earth rally where Ursula Ra is shown to have just killed someone. And oh crap on a crapstick is John freaking out because he was supposed to watch the kids, and so now he blames himself for what has happened. However, we quickly learn that the man, well, he ain't no dude, for it's revealed that the man is a necro drone, which Ursula Ra was trying to warn John about. And thus the drone, who is filled with some juicy Kryptonian radiation, well, it turns out that he's not alone, for this entire blue rally is compiled of Metallo's drones. And without a second's passing, the drones unleash their power. Meanwhile, in the middle of a press scrum nearby, Clark's telescopic vision allows him to see through the mob crowd, and he sees his kids fighting off the Necro drone. And so because he's Superman, he does what he does. He flies over to kick their ass. However, before Supes can reach them, Metallo punches John out, and he grabs the twins and then teleports away. Now, John manages to recover, but once he does so, him and Clark fight off the remaining Necro drones in Superman fashion. Afterwards, once the two are given a moment's respite from the action, John starts to get down on himself. And the reason for this is because he feels essentially useless. Ever since he went off to venture off with Jor-El, ever since he came back aged up, John at the very least, deep down, hasn't felt accepted. He's felt replaced by the Philosians. Yet he understands why, because when he returned, he didn't come back as the super son John Kent. And that's why he makes the plea that going after Metallo has to be his responsibility, for he needs to make amends. But Clark, being Clark, calms him down and tells him to call the entire Superman family to fight off the Necro drones and prevent them from destroying the city while he finds the twins. From there, Clark uses his super hearing to scan the city, very much like sonar. Thus, he is able to pick up the twins' heartbeats, which are located within an old underground LexCorp lab. Superman then flies over as fast as he freaking can, and by smashing through the ceiling, upon his arrival, the Man of Steel is greeted by the villainous Metallo, while clutching the children, basically to show off that he's got the upper hand here. Now remember, though Luthor hired Metallo originally to disrupt the Steelworks grand opening, someone or something has been playing around with Metallo's mind, to the point where Metallo is led to believe that Superman has captured Tracy, his sister, as a hostage. And so because this isn't true, Superman tries to tell the villain that something is affecting your mind, like there's obviously something wrong with you. But the villain doesn't give a damn, and so he unleashes his wrath on our hero. Now it's during the fight where Superman manages to, pull a punch into Metallo's chest, and by doing so, revealing Metallo's new heart. That being, of course, an orphan box. And that's when everything starts to click and become much more comprehensible. Thus, Superman tells Corbin that the orphan box that is powering out his new body is made of Genesis, and its energy not only allows him to withstand the kryptonite, but supercharges Superman's powers. Thus, Clark generates a massive construct of himself from Genesis energy and uses it to smash Corbin into a wall, while proceeding to hit him with multiple rapid bursts of heat vision, which in turn cripple his systems and cut the connections between the orphan box and Metallo's brain. With the connection now severed, the Tracy hologram disappears, mocking John for his constant failures. Now, to both Metallo and the twins' surprise, Clark helps Metallo up and reattaches his arm, telling him that Tracy needs the two of them to both save her, because it's clear that whoever was controlling Metallo, that's the person who has Tracy Corbin. Meanwhile, in Tracy's prison, where she's being kept and tubed up like something from Mass Effect 2, it's here, ladies and gentlemen, where we finally meet the culprit who is behind Tracy's kidnapping, the one responsible for Metallo's predicament. That being, of course, Cyborg Superman. And that, folks, was the end of Action Comics, issue number 1054. And thank you guys for checking out my video, as it truly means the world to me. So yeah, Action Comics continues to be a fun, badass time. Though it doesn't read like it does, the issue does do a lot for the overall plot and that of the characters. And basically what I'm trying to say is that it reads fast, but it does a lot. I think one of the more controversial situations happening with Superman in comics is that John Kent. Now, I'll admit, I wasn't shattered from his change like so many others were, him being aged up. However, because of this change, one of the things I don't particularly care for is the fact that John Kent, if you really sit down and think about it, it's just another Connor Kent, minus being a clone. And plus, I don't think a lot of writers have been able to make John more interesting since his aging up. And so because of that, the whole aging doesn't really matter. Thus asking the question, what was the point? And so to see how Philip Kennedy Johnson voices John's fears of feeling replaced by the twins and sort of forgotten is something I loved. There's consequence of John being aged. And what I liked about it was that John wasn't complaining out of character. John understood the viewpoint of his parents. And though that's not to say that both Clark and Lois are replacing John, at the end of the day, it's a valid feeling for a young adult to have. Overall, the story and the characters continue to be great. I love the reveal of Cyborg Superman returning and, being the one who's controlling Metallo. It's so creepy and yet so satisfying. Well done to the book's creative team, and I cannot wait for more. And so as always, I'm your majestic slayer over at SuperCliff, and if you guys are new to the channel, then do me a solid by smashing that like and subscribe button, and also the notification bell so that you'll never miss out on an upload, and so that you'll always be kept up to date with your favorite top tier comics happening in the comic book world. Now tell me, what are your thoughts and opinions on this issue? Are you guys excited for issue number 1055? Man, what a mouthful. Let me know down in the comment section below. And until the next video, peace. Giggity goo.